Hey y'all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and welcome to another episode of Freeform Fridays, where I take rocks and fossils I find on the western shore of Lake Michigan, shine them up and make them look pretty. So today I have something different in mind. I am going to do one of these. This is all the Moonstone here. I just had an idea. I want to use this piece of Moonstone. This is just a piece of Moonstone I cut a couple edges off of and cut the bottom off so I could have a pillar. Here, I'll get it wet for you. So you can kind of see it. So it's a decent little piece. It's not like a super shine moonstone. It's kind of just a good representation of what's in the ground out there. So what I'm going to do with this thing, here, let me get a rag, is I have this jar right here. And this thing fits inside of it just perfectly, and then the top is sticking right up the middle. So what I want to do is I want to do like a little landscape inside of there. So this is going to be the main piece. You know, right in the middle. I think I'm gonna double stick tape it to the middle. Then I have a couple different sizes of substrates, and this is all from Wisconsin Moonstone. It's just picked through and, you know, gone down through. So I'm gonna put a layer of this stuff. Then I have some bigger pieces of Moonstone here, you know, some of my better ones that I've found from there. And then this is like one size smaller, but all pure Moonstone too. And I want to make like a little landscape in there. So put the big pillar in the middle, and then put like a ground, and then maybe a couple of these pieces around and a couple of these. And then I want to put this little guy on top too. It's a nice little, just a nice little sliver that I got. So I want to kind of put it on the top of here so you can see it through the middle of the jar right here. So hopefully it all works out. But then once I get, you know, experiment with the landscape in there a little bit, then after I've got something that I like, I'm gonna fill the whole thing up with mineral oil, and hopefully it'll all just glow in there in the mineral oil. But I don't know for sure, so we're gonna try. So first thing we have to do is we have to get some double stick tape on this pillar and then get it down in the middle of the jar. Okay, so we put all our layers in, and we put our mineral oil in. There you can see that little piece shining through the top of the jar there, that little piece I put on the top of the piece. And then if you kind of look down in the light, you can see it shining when you turn it in the light, the little pieces on the bottom there. That one, gotta kind of turn a little bit, and then that one, and then the big piece. That's kind of how it looks magnified. You got little bubbles coming up, but you can kind of see, let me get a better light in there. You can kind of see the moonstone in there, our fedzonite. You can see the flash there on that piece. I think it turned out really good. I think what I would do next time is put a little bit less of the small substrate on the bottom. Couple good pieces in there, and they can kind of see that piece all the way through the middle. I think it turned out really cool though. Like, I like how it's magnified and you can see all the different materials in there. It's very heavy. But yeah, I think it turned out good. I think next time I would have maybe a taller jar so I could see the whole thing, you know, see the top of this piece instead of doing it like this on the top. But I think that turned out good. That's a nice little flash right there. So yeah, all in all, I think for the first one, I think it turned out really good. So, all right, if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for some close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.